Okay, hi everyone. I just wanted to take you through a new video on creating a really simple character. Won't take me very long, but there's a few new tools we need to look at. Okay, so I'm now in Blender. What I'm going to do is I've got this cube, and this is what we're going to build our character out of. So at the moment we're in object mode. So you can see up here it says object mode up on the top corner, up in the top left. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to bring it down to edit mode. Okay, and I need to have my cube selected when I go into edit mode because we're going into the edit mode of the cube. Okay, so what I want to do is change this here. So these are the different kinds of selection modes. The first one selects the vertices around the corners of the cube like this, but we want to go onto this one on the other side, which is the face select mode. Okay, face select mode lets us select the whole face just like this I'm doing here, and we can go E for extrude if we want to do it that way, or we can use the extrude tool. I think the extrude tool might be the way to go now. So it is lives down here. So extrude region it's called. So I just click on this tool and you can see it gives me this like stick that comes up out of the surface with this plus on it. So, and I just drag on that and you can see it comes up and extends the surface out. Now, if I hold down my control while I'm dragging it up, you'll see it like snaps. So I'll snap it up twice like that and it builds a perfect cube over the top. And that's ready to go again. So I'll click, hold down control. If control's not working for you, I think on Apple it might be option. Um, so it might vary a little bit between different operating systems, but that's pretty good. Okay, now I want to go sideways. So I'm going to click on here. Okay, and it always extrudes out in the direction of the face, like at 90 degrees to it. So go again, go again. Okay, so this is going to be like my next leg coming down here because we're creating this just really basic character, but we're going to be able to animate this character as well, which should be a bit of fun. Okay, so I'll drag this down. We need some feet, so let's pull this out. One, two. Let's pull this one out. One, two clicks. That's good. Let's have a look at the top. Let's go. One, two. One, two. One, two. That's good. And we'll zoom in a bit. We can use our grabber hand if we want to slide around. Have a bit of a look. I might go, look, it doesn't really matter. I might go one more. One, two. Come out the sides with the arms. So in the arms we're making in what's called a T-pose, which is just with the arms basically stuck straight out. Same here. Click out, click out, click out. Excuse me. Bring up the neck. Okay, that's good. And then we'll go back to select mode, which is this arrow up here. And I'm just going to select the top of the neck and I'm going to go X, delete faces. Okay, and that's our basic character starting to come together. So it's looking good. Okay, now it's looking a little bit on the cubey side at the moment. So we want to get it a little bit more curved up. So I'm going to come down to this blue icon down here. So the first of the blue icons, it's actually meant to represent a spanner that you might use to change things. Let's go add modifier. We're going to go to generate. We'll come down to subdivision surface and we'll click on that. And you can see now it's creating this surface that is curved underneath the surface of this cubic object. It's a little bit chunky at the moment. If we turn up our levels to 3 over here, it smooths things out. We can go above 3. It'll go all the way to 6, but that'll start to potentially crash your computer. So I reckon go 3, 3. And you're looking pretty sort of optimal for this. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. We need to maybe start to look at shaping things up a bit. So maybe the bottoms of the feet here, they're looking like they're not sort of. We could make those flat. So a good way to go. We can hit our N key. Brings out this little menu on the side here. It's got bevel weight. Turn that up to 1. And mean crease, turn it up to 1. And now you can see they're joining they're flat on the ground. Whoops. If you want to, you can come over to this move tool and you're able to like grab the arrowhead and you can kind of like shape these feet up a little bit. You can, make them so they don't look like such big platforms. They're not so crazy. With the move tool, we can do things like we can grab this side here, pull this out so the torso is a bit wider here. Do the same on the other side. Hold down shift to select multiple objects and we can start to pull things out like this. Okay, so we're starting to get a flatter kind of torso. We can start to like pull out the chest here so there's a bit more depth in the torso. Do the same on the back. Okay, we can just pull this in this area here. We're looking a little bit like it's looking just a little bit wide there, so we can go. Another tool we can use is the scale. So let's come down to the scale, grab it by the red there, and it'll like scale it just in that direction. So we're starting to get a little bit better there. These hips looking a little bit kind of like they're stepping out a little bit too much. So I might grab that hip there, come over and grab this one here. And you can see I've selected edge select up here. So they're those longer edges now. I might grab those with the move tool and just like drag them down, okay? And allows me to just kind of start smoothing that area. Maybe these ones. I can pull these up a little bit, so we're a little bit looking a bit better here. Maybe under the armpits. Whoops. I can grab that one. Actually, that's not the one I want. Let me just grab my, let's have a look under here. I'll grab this one here, which is the armpit. Grab this one here. That's good. And I might scale these out. So let me hit my scale. And I'll scale out in the red direction again. So that'll just kind of start to pull those out a little bit. Still looking a bit flat on the back, okay, of our person. So we might just pull these out, grab these, use my move, pull them out. Looking good. And let's pull this out here. Okay, give it a bit of our person a bit of a backside because they're looking a bit flat back there as well. Okay, now we're looking a bit better. And maybe the ankles. We can just push in the ankles just a touch. So we'll just grab these two bits here. Push them in. Maybe the knees, we'll pull them just out a little bit, okay? So we're just starting to get, so they're looking like they're just supporting a little bit more weight. So that is getting somewhere. And the next thing, we need a head on this character. So what I might do for this time, I might go out of edit mode into object mode. And we can sculpt this up a lot more. Arms need some work, etc. But you'll get the hang of doing that. But let's add in the head. So what I'm going to do is click up here on Y or X. It doesn't really matter, but this gives us a square view on to our view. And I click on this 3D cursor and I pop it where the middle of the head might be. And then I'll have a look from the side. So whatever one you're on here, go to the next one across and then it spins it to the side. And the cursor is about where we want our head to go. So now I'm just going to go Shift A, or I can get the same menu from up here, add mesh, and I can add a head. And I might add, we can add any sort of head, but I might add an icosphere. Okay, it's quite small at the moment, so I might go S for scale, which is our general scale, and I can scale up a big round head. It's looking a bit chunky and geometric, so we'll do just like we did before. We'll go add modifier, and we'll add a subdivision surface. and we'll turn it up to 3 and whoops, and 3. And now we have ourselves basically like a big-headed character. And we are just about there. Okay, so that is our simple character. Our simple character now is basically ready to go to Mixamo, and we can animate it in Mixamo. All you got to do is go File, Export, and we're going to export a FBX. So we come down to FBX, hit FBX. I'll export to the desktop. Down here I can type in whatever you want to call it. I'll call it the bighead, and I'll go export FBX, and job is done. Okay, next thing we go to mixamo.com and import the FBX file, and we'll be able to add animation to our character. So that's about it.